Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, where accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. Play ball! It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford, Rocks, the Heffley Motor Company, the Wagner Law Firm, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, the Skinner Law Firm, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, Orsini's, Carter Myers Automotive, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Mother Shuckers, L.A. Roberts Jewelers, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, and the Mansion Freddie Law Firm.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
We welcome you into P.O. Faulkner Park here as Martinsburg looks to capture the EPAC regular season championship tonight against the Musselman Applemen. It's EPAC baseball action here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Dylan Bishop is our on-site producer. Back in the studio is Kyle McLaughlin. We were supposed to be joined here at the beginning of the pregame show by Jim Klein of Hospice of the Panhandle, but Jim could not make it up to the press box at this time as they are going to be on the field, but he did provide me with what he wanted to say about the night, so we'll start with that before we get into the actual game. He wanted to thank Martinsburg Baseball for having them tonight for the Hospice of the Panhandle Recognition Night as they support the efforts of both teams, Musselman and Martinsburg. Martinsburg is wearing signature Hospice teal uniforms, and CEO Nikki Bigarelli will be throwing the ceremonial first pitch. And then a little bit of information about Hospice of the Panhandle. They offer 2 different programs as well as volunteer opportunities. Palliative care helps people with serious illness stay at home rather than having to go to the ER or the hospital. It reduces physical discomfort, improves quality of life, and makes living with a serious illness easier, both for the person and those who help care for them. And then Hospice Care program has been around for over 40 years. We know the care for the last phase of life should include the whole person and all the person who matters, and all the people who matter. That's just one of the benefits of hospice. If you want to be at home, hospice will come to your home. If you need help sorting out your medicines, hospice will figure out what you really need. If you would like spiritual care, hospice teams include chaplains. We're hospice, and we wrap you in care and look after you 24/7. And then some people like to volunteer. There are many different opportunities available depending on your interest and availability. There are ways to participate in patient support, organizational help in the office, veterans services, fundraising, and TP.org. Thank you, TV10 and WRNR, for your support of hospice and coverage of EPAC baseball. On behalf of Hospice of the Panhandle, have a great game. Now getting into that game here tonight, Tripp. It's Martinsburg, it's Musselman, it's a big rivalry. Last time around, it didn't turn out the way you would expect. A 16-2 win for the Bulldogs in pretty dominating fashion. That game got away from Musselman pretty quickly. They get Jason Myers back in the last few games. They've been playing competitively for Musselman, but had some tough losses up in the Morgantown area. For Martinsburg, they continued their solid season. They did lose to Hedgesville the other night, but other than that, it's been a pretty dominant year overall for Martinsburg, and you would expect this one to be a lot closer here tonight than that first time around.
Yeah, Connor Chansey on the mound and Lane DeLauder on the mound. Another good pitching matchup. We've seen, when Myers went out last game against Martinsburg with that shoulder injury on the swing, that the game started getting out of hand there. And, it's never, completely indicative of the score. Some of these games, at some point in time, you just kind of stay pitching and just try to get out of the game when the game gets out of hand, and you got, you're in the grind of the season. Musselman just had to try to survive and put that game behind them and move on, and they did. They didn't fall apart after that loss. They went in, they played competitive, and they've been competitive every game, it seems like, against some really good teams. They got young guys on the field out there, but they do bring back a very big core of varsity guys, and Lohr and Gill, Boyles, Myers, McClintock. All of those guys have been varsity starters for Musselman for many years, and then Connor Chansey on the mound, returning a lot of varsity innings. So you expect them to be very competitive today. Today could be, an EPAC championship day for Martinsburg. They could get that title today. But, it's a lot easier playing the underdog role than it is playing the favorites. And, so you play a little tighter. So Martinsburg has to try to avoid that, tightness of being supposed to win, I guess you say at times. But they're going to have to fight a really good pitcher in Connor Chansey, who's he's headed off to West Liberty this fall to pitch for them. So definitely got talent there, and Martinsburg's going to have to put runs on the board because we know Musselman can be explosive.
Yeah, you mentioned it there, the pitching matchup, and of course, depending on the pitching, really, as we've seen all season, pitching and defense will probably be the determining factor tonight, like it has been for the majority of the EPAC season. And, the teams are close enough that on any given night, if you have a really good pitching performance, just break through with a few big hits or puts enough pressure on the defense, and you can find a way to win. And really, 1 through 6, even though record-wise you may say, well, Martinsburg's significantly better than everybody else. That's not really the case when you look at the individual games and the individual outcomes of the season.
Yeah, I mean, EPAC baseball is just tremendous baseball. There's just a lot of talent in the 6 teams, and tremendous amount of talent. You see what they're capable of doing when they play each other. I mean, you see what Ian Wolf was capable of doing at the Hedgesville game, how he led his team there. You see what when Jefferson gets Riley Morgan back, how competitive they can be. It's just kind of a battle of attrition. Get to May, be healthy, have you guys coming back, and Martinsburg or Musselman got Myers back, and a couple other guys are getting healthy and swinging the bat pretty well. Martinsburg, Isaac Grove continues to have that hamstring, trying to get him healthy, but EPAC games are exciting. I mean, anything could happen. We've seen Spring Mills has been, tough against everybody. They took Jefferson to extra innings. I mean, they took Hedgesville and
Musselman
last night to extra innings. They're just been, there's no real underdog when it comes to EPAC baseball. And you see what they do when they get together in the summer, how dominant they can be when you put them all together, around the state. So they're just really, really a lot of talent on each team, and enough talent on each team to win a game any given night against even the number one team in the state. But Martinsburg has earned that number one team in the state with their ability to come back, their ability to win close games, their ability to overcome injury, and their depth. And they like to get on base, and they like to run the bases. They like to bunt. They like to play small ball. And also we see what they can do when someone leaves the ball over the plate in a hitter's count, how deep they can hit it. So they've got home runs up and down the lineup. They got sacrifice bunts and they'll bunt 1 through 9, and they'll steal 1 through 9. So they're just a hard team to beat when they are on the bases every inning.
All right, we'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll get into our coaches' interviews. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 2 minutes.
The WVU Heart and Vascular Institute is pleased to announce that thoracic surgery with Dr. Shalini Reddy is now available in Martinsburg at WVU Medicine Berkeley Medical Center. Dr. Reddy has practiced thoracic surgery in the region for over 8 years and offers robotic laparoscopic surgeries for the lungs, esophagus, and more. For more information about thoracic surgery in Martinsburg, check us out online at mywvuheart.com.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. We'll now get into our coaches' interviews. We'll start with the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler, and then hear from Musselman head coach Josh Hartman. Here's the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler. Coach, coming off the win last night over Grace Academy, what were some things you took away from that win?
Oh, I just think it was a good night all the way around. Good to get all our seniors involved and have them all have a little bit of production. And I just think, like I said last night, that I'm just so grateful for those guys and what they've meant to us and our program, and just really happy to see them have a good night and, as it end up on the right side in the win column.
Tonight, Musselman, if your team gets the win, you win the EPAC regular season. You can still lose this game, though, and still win it down the line, but that was one of your goals. So heading into tonight's game, I guess just what's the vibe around the team as you get ready to possibly bring home an EPAC championship tonight?
Yeah, I mean, no secret about it. That was goal one, was to win the EPAC, and the kids know that, and the kids want to win it tonight and take care of it. But I told them we can't play with any added pressure, because been multiple years where teams don't win the EPAC and still end up in Charleston. So it's nice to hang that plaque on the wall, and that's our goal tonight, to get that plaque. But at the end of the day, it doesn't affect our overall goal, but we're just hoping to come out and play well tonight.
Musselman tonight, last time around, it was a 16-2 game. Obviously, you're not really expecting something like that again, but talented team. What are some things that you're kind of telling the guys in preparation for this one?
Yeah, I think you throw that 16-2 game out the window because I think we just got hot and it kind of got away from them a little bit. we're going to have to play well. I mean, they play everybody the whole way through really tight, and I expect it to be no different tonight. And even though it's not EPAC Friday night, it's EPAC Wednesday night. And any game in the EPAC, any given night, anybody can be beat. So we just have to make sure that we do all the right things. And not that we've been playing bad baseball, but I don't think that we've been playing our best baseball. So we're trying to make sure we put a good product on the field tonight.
Lane taking the mound for you guys tonight, coming off of a great performance against Petersburg, hit the home run yesterday. So do you feel like he's starting to really maybe settle in and build his confidence back up after some games where things didn't really go his way early in the season?
Yeah, I think Lane should be at a really good place right now. We're looking for him to come out and throw strikes and pound the strike zone, and we need to play good defense behind him, give him some run support early. But, yeah, it's exciting to see Lane in this game tonight. He's earned this opportunity, and we're looking forward to see what he can do.
I see Parker Robinson's in the lineup as well. I know Isaac's dealing with a little bit of an injury. Any other reasoning behind that to go with Parker tonight?
Yeah, Isaac's got a little bit of an injury. Logan Wilt's dealing with an injury too, and I think Parker Robinson's been a guy that's just worked really, really hard, and I think he deserves this opportunity tonight. He had 2 hits last night, and that's what we're going to go with, and we got all the confidence in the world that he'll do the job tonight.
All right, guys. Thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Nick.
We're now joined by the head coach of the Musselman Applemen, Josh Hartman. Coach, team's been playing pretty good baseball overall, had some close games against some of the better teams in the state. You've dealt with some injuries and some other things, but overall, how do you feel like your team's done so far this season?
I mean, we've obviously had an up and down season. We're right around 500. Our schedule, obviously, is a challenging one for us. We've been in all the games that we played, but we've got to find a way to get over the top of that. Overall, I mean, you always want to be better than what you are. You can't ever get too high on the wins. You can't ever get too low on the lows. And hopefully tonight we're somewhere in the middle with that.
Last time you played Martinsburg, it didn't go your way, 16-2 loss, but it was kind of a weird game. It didn't really play out the way you would expect it to between these two teams. What are some things that you want to work on from that game heading into this one here tonight?
I mean, that game was one of our early games in the year. Obviously, they got the better of us that night. You just kind of look forward to the games that you're playing against the best team in the state, so hopefully you can have bounce-back games when they're better showing than we did that night. As far as what can you get from that game, I feel like was so far away, and it doesn't really matter what happened in that game right now. It's just different lineups, different position players, things like that as the season goes on.
What are you looking for out of your pitching tonight? Who are you starting tonight?
Connor's going tonight. He's been a Bulldog for me all year. He's Morgantown game. We kind of had a letdown there with him. He made it through like 112 pitches with 2 outs, and in the bottom of the 7th, we let one get away from us there. So hopefully he has another strong outing tonight. We're hopefully getting some runs and play some defense behind him tonight.
And also, I know Jason Myers had an injury at one point, but he's been back in the lineup the last few games. So just getting him back, what has that done for your team to have that leadership and his experience?
Oh, anytime you can have that kid back in the lineup is a good thing. He's been a leader for me since his freshman year. He's been making bats for me his freshman year. Hopefully he's able to throw the ball a little bit later on as the season progresses. We're going to try to throw a bullpen with him tomorrow and maybe get him an inning or two when we're down in Beckley this weekend, and we'll just kind of see how it goes with that.
And other things for tonight, I mean, Martinsburg's playing for the EPAC, so obviously you guys want to prevent that from happening tonight, whether they get it later or not. That's kind of to be decided. But for your team, is that any extra motivation tonight, knowing that they have a chance to win the EPAC title tonight?
I mean, when you think about the EPAC title, we're always in contention with that, but we always seem to not be able to find a way to get to where we want to be with that. And always you have to go through a Martinsburg or a Hedgesville or a Jefferson to get in that position. And hopefully one of these days we'll be able to do that. And then hopefully tonight we'll be able to compete with these guys and give ourselves an opportunity.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you to Coach Aaron Byler as well as Coach Hartman here on the Skinner Law Firm. Countdown to first pitch. Skinner and Accident Injury Lawyers, representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. Our coaches' interviews are brought to you by Parsons Ford, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at ParsonsFord.com. They became number one by making you number one first, Parsons. We'll take another break here. His first pitch about to be thrown out by the Hospice of the Panhandle CEO, Nikki Bigarelli. So We'll take a break, though, and on the other side of that break, we'll continue here on the countdown to first pitch. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
We must re-elect Kent Leonhardt for our Commissioner of Agriculture. Kent has fought for our nation as a career Marine officer and is now fighting for our state. Kent is a nationally recognized agriculture leader and has saved farms and our orchards while improving the environment. West Virginia agriculture is growing with Kent. Choose proven leadership on May 14th. Elect Kent Leonhardt, Commissioner of Agriculture.
Paid for by Kent for WV, Kevin Scott Poe, Treasurer.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call my parents. Dad, come over. The brisket's done.
The Traeger Connected Experience. Everything you need for epic flavor, and then some.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. As now we'll see Mike Clement throw out his first pitch. As just heard his story, of course, was affected by cancer, and obviously good to see him out there and throwing that first pitch here tonight. Of course, the Clements, Murphy, Hudson, Murphy wrapping up his Martinsburg career, and Hudson's done some great things at the next level. So obviously appreciate the Hospice being out here tonight, and Martinsburg Musselman paying tribute to them with the signage, and written on the back of those signs is the name of somebody that you either know went through hospice or could receive hospice care at some point. So great stuff going on here at Martinsburg, but let's continue here on the pregame show. Our EPAC Baseball Roundup is brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's fast, fresh, friendly. Trip, a game already went final here tonight. Hedgesville falling to Mercersburg Academy.
Oh, yeah. That was an early game, huh?
Yeah, solid. Come across Game Changer, and I had to double check to make certain that was baseball, but it was not just losing, it was a bad loss for Hedgesville, 11-1. So
I know Jefferson's playing Goretti right now, and that Goretti's up 9-3 on Jefferson, and then Washington Patriots are just starting their game against the James Wood Colonels. So a lot of evening 6 o'clock games here and early games here tonight.
Yeah, that was your EPAC Baseball Roundup. Now get into the weather, brought to you by CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships. Proud to be the owners who just care more. Again, pretty good weather here right before first pitch. It's expected to cool down throughout the evening, but 68 degrees and partly cloudy, and then drop into the 50s throughout the night, and overnight it's going to get down into the 40s. But as of right now, it's pretty nice, and right around 70 degrees. So weather's been a lot better recently, and that's obviously good for the play, good for the players, and good for us as well.
Yeah, it's been good weather here, and just kind of can't wait to get this game started. And it's a little, it's a great thing when they have special events. The guys warm up and then they get ready, and it takes a little different warm up as they takes a little bit longer for to get going again. The pitchers have a little extra time to throw. Lane DeLauder's a guy who likes things just so. He hasn't timed out just right. So, get these guys back in game mode after the special event, and really good to see the Clements out there and Mike throw out the pitch as well, and Hospice, and just a great story there. Just caught that. We hear him sing a little bit and play the guitar and enjoy life, and his family and Murphy and Hudson been huge contributors to the athletic department and athletics here in Martinsburg. So just great to see that. But the kids here now, they're ready to play. Kyle Lohr's out there warming up, and it's going to be a great first pitch, first bat battle with Lohr and Lane DeLauder.
The starting lineups brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust for your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. We'll start with the Musselman Applemen, the visitors here tonight. Leading off and playing center field, number 14, Kyle Lohr. Batting second, the shortstop, number 6, Cam Gill. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 9, Taryn Boyles. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 8, Jason Myers. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 4, Wyatt McClintock. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 24, Wyatt Levy. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 11, Hinchman. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 22, Nate White. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 1, Isaac Gilbert. For Martinsburg, leading off and playing center field, number 2, Keegan Everhart. Batting second, the shortstop, number 5, Carson Buber. Batting third, the third baseman, number 24, Braden Oviedo. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 7, Christian Alter. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 8, Ben Reisenweber. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 3, Owen Rupenthal. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 20, Braden Edwards. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 27, Jameer Brown. And starting in left field, number 10, Parker Robinson. He'll round out the lineup for Martinsburg. So Martinsburg dealing with some injuries tonight. Tripp's having to move some guys around, but saw Everhart in center last night, so he's starting to get comfortable with that spot. And then Logan Wilt was a late scratch. They throw Parker Robinson in tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Grove certainly has that little hamstring issue, and you can see him kind of walking it down as he comes down now. But Logan dove after a baseball and actually bruised or hindered. I'm not sure exactly, but his non-throwing arm, shoulder has been bothering him. It's a little tough to swing the bat there. So 2 injuries to 2 of Martinsburg's starters, and but we seen what Parker Robinson can do the other night. He had 2 hits, so I mean that gives them. That's why Martinsburg's 22-2, because they can just keep going next man up, and that's been a big part of their game this year is just being able to go deeper on that bench. And you've seen last night a lot of the seniors play that don't play a tremendous amount, and look at all the production they got out of those guys. So there's a lot of guys out there. I'm sure that Parker Robinson being in the game as opposed to Grove and or Wilt is not a letdown by any means.
Yeah, we'll see how those guys can step up here tonight. We'll take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have first pitch. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. Back in 2 minutes.
Panhandle Printing and Design is your full-service local print shop.
With over 50 years of combined experience, we know how to handle all of your printing and design needs.
We can handle anything, from small business cards to wrapping large vehicles. Our in-house design team can do it all. As a staple of this community, we love helping people promote their events, businesses, and anything they're passionate about. Envision, create, and bring your ideas to life with Panhandle Printing and Design.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
Attention, West Virginians. Patrick Morrissey is the one proven conservative running for governor. With an unmatched record of delivering victories for our state, conservative Republican Patrick Morrissey has been endorsed by the NRA. stood up against federal overreach, fought and sued Joe Biden to protect West Virginia jobs, and defended our values against the far-left agenda.
When Biden screws West Virginia, I sue Biden, and West Virginia wins. A lot. I'm Attorney General Patrick Morrissey. I fought against the deep state and won to protect our jobs, defended our Second Amendment rights, upheld the sanctity of life, protected our kids from the woke left and their radical agenda. I'm the only proven conservative running and was the first to endorse Trump in this race.
Paid for by Morrissey 2024. Patrick Morrissey is the one proven conservative running for governor.
We're back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Dylan Bishop, our on-site producer. Back in the studio is Kyle McLaughlin as we get ready for first pitch here between Martinsburg and Musselman. If the Bulldogs win, they win the EPAC. Musselman trying to prevent that here tonight. Our first pitch is brought to you by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call 304-263-4343. Starting on the mound for the Bulldogs, it's Lane DeWater, and doing the catching is Braden Edwards. Our starting battery is brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. Before the season trip, there was a lot of talk about the young catcher Edwards, and you really haven't noticed any sort of drop-off of him behind the plate. He's done a great job.
Oh, he's done a tremendous job. I mean, he has well exceeded expectations, I say that in a very complimentary way. It's just a senior-laden pitcher. I mean, there's a couple of seniors on the staff, tough staff to catch and handle when you're young like that. And, you got the pitch call audio in his ear. That helps a little bit, of course, but still there's a lot of in-game things you got to deal with. You got to hold the running game down, which he's done. You have to keep runners at bay, block, and he has just worked his butt off. And like you said, I mean, they had some tremendous catchers up to this point, including Landon Sifford last year. Is probably one of the best ones in the state last year, and dropping from that to an untested sophomore, but he's done a tremendous job. But excited to see here two of the best players in the state going to meet each other here with Lane DeLauder and Kyle Lohr stepping in, one of the best bats probably in the EPAC, if not the state.
Lohr will lead things off and takes that first pitch for a called strike one. Lane DeLauder coming off of an excellent performance against Petersburg on Saturday, and he was tremendous in that start. Him and Parker Robinson go on to strike out the final 9 batters that come to the plate. So.
And no walks in that game for Lane. His command was there, and just a great game.
1-1 pitch misses outside here for ball 2, and then homering last night on senior night. But Musselman obviously a different level of competition compared to Petersburg, and like you said, Kyle Lohr in this leadoff spot. And it doesn't get any easier after him as there's a called strike number 2.
C.O. Baker behind the plate. Dave Boyd on the bases here tonight for this big matchup. Nice pitch there by Lane DeLauder on the inner half. Not much Lohr could do with it.
And the 2-2 pitch from DeLauder is low for ball 3. As following Lohr in this lineup, you have Cam Gill, Taryn Boyles, Jason Myers, McClintock, Levy. Then it maybe drops off a little bit with some of the younger guys, but still, a lot of guys that have a lot of experience that we've seen do a lot of big things here in the EPAC. As Lohr will send this into left center field, that will easily get down for at least a single. It's going to be 2 or more with Lohr on his horse into second base with a stand-up double to lead off the game. So Kyle Lohr, get him on and he'll score. He's usually
he's really tough out. He's tough to keep off the bases, and he's tough to keep him from touching them all because of his speed and his base running prowess. And, of course, the guys behind him are a huge part of that as well. But did a great job there, seen a lot of pitches, finally got a pitch out over the plate and was able to put it right over the shortstop head into the gap. And then
Gill sends this on the ground toward third. Oviedo looks back, Lohr to second, and throws the first in time for the out. So good bounce back from Lane and a good play by Oviedo down there.
Yeah, that's after a 5-pitch at bat there, one pitch out, and holding the runner from moving up is certainly a win-win. But again, here nobody talks a lot about this young man, but he day in and day out, you look at the box score, he just finds the green, and he's been doing that for going on 2 years now. And Taryn is just a great natural hitter, and does a great job of turning this lineup, or got a lot of RBIs, and he's one of the reasons why Lord gets around a lot, as you see.
Boyles will send this one to deep left center field. Chasing after it is Everhart. It's going to fall in and hit the wall. Lord will score easily from second, and Boyles is in there with a one-out RBI double. So right on cue there, Trip. Taryn Boyles, who's been doing it since his freshman year, now a junior, big part of this lineup, and continues to hit well.
Yeah, similar spot that Lore hit it in. Just he had a little air under his. Lore was more of a line drive over the shortstop. His was a little more of a, had some air under it. One hop the fence out there. So 2 balls squared up early here for Musselman, and a little momentum going.
Myers will take that first pitch for a called strike. Myers, the first baseman here tonight, dealt with a little bit of an injury in the early part of the season, but he's been healthy now, and obviously a huge part of this team. Myers will foul this one away.
Myers certainly has home run powers. Had it since he was a freshman. He hit a few balls out of this park in his career, and coming back, and hitting's contagious. So right now they're feeling good about it.
Yeah, early 1-0 lead here for the Musselman Applemen, and Boyles takes his lead off second. A big swing and a miss though for Myers for strike 3.
A curveball there. Didn't see many off-speed pitches or curveballs to the first 3 batters. But there you've seen 2 to Myers. McClintock here, another quiet story out of Musselman, who's been a great utility guy for them, can pitch and catch. And he could probably one of the kids on the field that can play about any position. If there is one, he can do it. So
McClintock fouls off that first pitch hard down the left field line. Wyatt catching here tonight, but like you said, can play a lot of different positions, and another guy that maybe is a little bit underrated in terms of doesn't get a ton of talk, but definitely a good hitter in this veteran Musselman lineup, as McClintock will take that one low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, you see him daily in the box. It's 1 for 4, 2 for 4, been 4 for 4 a few times. His average is probably one of the top on the team, so definitely a great guy in this lineup, and he's only a junior, and so Musselman's got some talent coming back, even as we talk about senior nights and things.
And Baker's going to call time here.
Must have come from the batter, I believe. I think McClintock thought he was getting rushed there a little bit, so he called timeout. Great job there.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Boyles on second, and McClintock fouls it away, forcing the Lauder to throw a decent amount of pitches here in this first inning, and swinging the bat pretty well on Lane here early on, making a lot of contact at the very least, is Musselman. McClintock will dig back in here on 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 down. DeLauder checks the runner and Boyles, and delivers the 1-2 again. Hit hard, but on the ground towards short. Buber comes up firing to first in time for the final out of the inning. But Musselman strikes first on the Taryn Boyles RBI double. Bulldogs coming to the plate. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
1-0 Musselman as we head to the bottom half of the first inning, which is brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at Orsinis.com. Leading off for the Bulldogs will be Keegan Everhart in center field, batting second Carson Buber, Reno Vieto batting third, as those three do up to lead off this ball game for Martinsburg. And pitching today, Connor Chansey. Doing the catching, Wyatt McClintock. On the Musselman side, a group that has some experience together, obviously, over the last 3-4 years.
Yeah, these guys, that have played together pretty well, but, they are, Musselman is showing totally different infield here. Isaac Gilbert coming over from Spring Mills, Cameron Gill coming over from Washington. You got homegrown Myers out there, and I believe it's Levy there at third. And then when you look at that outfield, you got Nate White out there. You got Kyle Lohr, who's been an anchor in that position for a while, and then Ethan Hinchman. So, they are they graduated a tremendous amount of seniors last year, and everybody wondered how they would, fare this year, and they've done extremely well.
There's a swing and a miss there from Keegan Everhart. So with the changes due to the injuries, with Grove being out, Wilt being out, you see Everhart at the top of the lineup. He's been in that 9 spot for the majority of the season. The next pitch just misses outside from Chansey for ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Keegan leading off and provides some similar things to Grove. His average has been a little bit down, but definitely starting to heat up a little bit at the plate as he'll take this one inside. And if he gets on, he still gives you that speed as well, Trip.
Yeah, it gives you a lot of speed. And, again, I used the word earlier with the lower base running prowess and just, the ability to get around the bases, pick up on pitchers, 1 look, 2 look, some of the tendencies, and even able to steal third at times. So
Everhart will take that one for a called strike number 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You got to wonder how far Chansey can go tonight. He went 110 or 12. We heard Coach Hartman say in the pregame interview Friday, I believe. So he's on a 4-day start here, 4-day rest.
Everhart pops this one up into shallow center, and Lohr comes up and makes the catch for out number 1. So
you don't know if 100 and some pitches, if he can go 200 pitches in in 4 days. Certainly that's well within the pitching restrictions these young men have, but not quite used to it at times. But he's out there going to get after it, and which kind of a short start, and see what happens here.
Carson Buber coming to the plate. Feels like Buber's been in a little bit of a slump, but still hitting .355. And,
yeah.
The crazy thing about Martinsburg is they have a .500 on-base percentage as a team. So it's
them.
not always about average with this team.
No, high school baseball coaches want the OBP to be up. They don't care too much about individual averages. They want their team on-base percentage to be up, and they want to score runs one way or the other. They want to put pressure on high school defenses and force them to make plays and make decisions, and that's what Martinsburg does when they get on.
Those are called strike 2.
We were wearing that teal jersey with the 5 on the back there, and but the thing about great players is batting .350, and you still not feel like they're not exactly having their best year, but these guys are. They're battle ready, and they get out there every day and get after it.
Got to do up. Oviedo's having a great season, batting over .500 on the year, as this one misses low for ball 3, 3-2 count. And Carson obviously still one of the best bats in the EPAC.
Yeah, he's just a blooper here and there away from being a .450 hitter himself, and has that 6 or 7-0.
The 3-2 is low for ball 4, but Buber draws another walk.
That's the other thing that happens is, that gets pitched around a bit, and, pitchers don't want to groove the ball to him. As they know what he can do with it, and so that's another part of it. Being in a 2-hole and having that appeal of who he is he doesn't get grooved like a 6 or 7 hole hitter might get.
He's tied for the team lead in walks with Jameer Brown now at 19. So still finding ways to get on, and obviously a dangerous guy in that 2 spot. If you can just get him on, then you get to Oviedo and Alter, who've been hitting really well, and Reisenweber. Everybody's hitting pretty well in this lineup.
When you look at his pitching record and his overall performance, I mean, he's certainly going to vie for the EPAC Player of the Year.
Buber takes off to try to steal second, slides in there safely with a stolen base.
And his speed. 5 tool here, so I mean he steals there, one hop, and McClintock's not an easy guy to steal on, and so he got in there quickly. But yeah, I mean he could certainly be a candidate, or is a candidate for EPAC Player of the Year.
Yeah, Carson now 8 for 8 on stolen bases this season as well, so definitely a nominee. As Oviedo will take that one for a strike. It's 2 balls and a strike on Braden.
There's guys that may have a little better average here, a little better this year, but when you put together overall body of work, I mean, he certainly is a guy that if you were taking all these kids and putting them on there and you get to pick, one of your first picks would be Carson Buber to start your team.
Next pitch here to Oviedo. A little bit low for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike here on Ovi with a runner on second, and Martinsburg trailing. Musselman here 1-0 in the bottom half of the first inning. Bulldogs trying to tie it back up. We'll check the runner in Carson Buber. And the next pitch to Oviedo is fouled straight back.
He was sitting on that 31 pitch. That's a 20. See here, I'm talking 31, 20s. That's just, that's the hitters' counts. The hitters love the 2-0 and the 3-1 count where they know that the pitcher wants to, get the ball across the plate. They don't want to give up free bases. They don't want to go 3-0. So, I mean, that's the pitch, and he did a great job of sitting on it and just missed it.
Chansey looks into his catcher McClintock and delivers on 3-2. Oviedo slaps one towards short. Gill struggles with it and won't be able to make a play. So the defense possibly hurting Musselman here, as it's hit hard, but Gill got a glove on it, and you'd like to see him be able to make that play there. So Oviedo reaches, and that'll bring Christian Alter to the plate and trip. It does feel like the Musselman defense has had its struggles this season.
Yeah, at times, I mean, like you said, there are new guys there in the middle, and, Baden Hartman held down that spot all year last year, and, so the comparison is a tough one for Cameron Gill trying to fill that shoes, but, they're certainly a makeable play. I mean,
ball gets away from the catcher McClintock now, so 2 runners in scoring position with just 1 out for Christian Alter.
Did a nice job blocking it. It was a curveball that got in the dirt. It just kicked away, right-handed curveball, spins. McClintock has to turn his body into it and kicked it up to third baseline. Just a good read by Buber, and of course Oviedo followed behind it as Musselman brings the defense to the grass.
Here's the pitch to Alter, and it's taken inside for ball 2. So 2-0 count here on Christian.
A lot of pitches, and Connor Chansey getting into hitters counts as certainly the walk and then the hitters count to Oviedo, and now you got.
Next pitch to Alter is a called strike 1. Christian Alter on the season hitting .408. He's been on base over 500, 512 on the year. I'm sorry, 506. And the 2-1 count on Alter with 2 in scoring position here, and Martinsburg trailing 1-0. Chansey's pitch a little bit low there for ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike on Christian Alter. Buber down there at third. Oviedo standing on second. Here in the bottom of the first. Chansey, the right-hander, as Tripp mentioned earlier, headed to West Liberty. Delivers on 3-1. It's a chopper high into the sky off the glove of the second baseman Gilbert, and there'll be no play, and Buber will come home to score, and Martinsburg has tied it at 1.
Tough play. Just a big old Baltimore chop off the plate there. Bad luck for Chansey as that ball, if it just comes right back to him, he checks the runner and it goes back, but it just went to his right. He did a nice job of fighting back from that 2-0 count, and no solid contact at all yet here this inning, and yet Martinsburg still, has a men on first and third with one out and has yet to really square a ball up at all. As Musselman opposite, they squared the ball up, a couple times against the lane and come away with one.
So runners on the corners now, and Reisenweber shows bunt. Alter takes off for second. Pretty good throw from McClintock, but it gets away, and that will allow Oviedo to come home to score, and sliding into third is Christian Alter. So the Bulldogs now take the lead 2-1, and they do it on no hits.
Yeah, they haven't squared the ball up yet, and, Musselman's kicking the ball around out there, and Isaac Gilbert came over with the classic, cut if the runner goes and cut home. If it doesn't, then you let it go. He let it go. The problem is you have to cut if it's going to be in the dirt, and it was a hopper. Gil couldn't handle it, so unless it's a perfect throw, you need to cut it there. But he read the play right. He just didn't read the throw down and caused the ball to get into the outfield. So, again, without a hit, Martinsburg can create chaos if, by putting the ball in play, not striking out a lot. And now here you are, Martinsburg up 2 and got, a man on third and an opportunity for an easy RBI for Ben Reisenweber.
It does seem like that's one of the things Martinsburg does well, is they usually don't beat themselves too often. And then they'll find different ways to score those runs. As Alter's going to take off, and the bunt from Reisenweber is a perfect one. The throw to first in time for the out, but Alter scores easily, and Reisenweber will get the RBI.
Yeah, Martinsburg is not going to leave those base runners on. And, shown that they'll do it. As you see, kind of see some shoulder shrugging, Musselman realizing that they kind of beat themselves a little bit this inning. But, again, Chansey's yet to give up a hit, yet to give up a ball that's squared up, yet to walk, come back to bite him a little bit. But other than that, he just the defense not able to make a few plays.
And when Rubenthal will come to the plate, it's a 1-1 count here with 2 down. And Martinsburg extends its lead out to 3-1. The next pitch here to Rubenthal is a breaking ball low and outside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Rubenthal DHing tonight. He's been in that role quite a bit, and also can play first, as we know. And the pitch here, a little bit outside for ball 3, 3-1 count. With 2 down here in the inning, and a 3-1 Martinsburg lead here in the bottom of the first. Connor Chansey steps back on the rubber and delivers the next pitch and misses outside for ball 4. So Chansey walks Rubenthal. That will bring Braden Edwards to the plate.
Yeah, Chansey kind of speeding up there, and just a little frustrated with the outcome of this inning. Even though he still has some good pitches, and hasn't really allowed he hasn't allowed a hit, but hadn't even allowed really a ball to squared up, as I said, already. But tough breaks, and Martinsburg gets on base, they run. And, they're going to steal, and you see the, Boober steal. Then you get the first and third, then you get the steal, the double steal, and
yeah, mistakes coming back to hurt Musselman a little bit here in this first inning. Martinsburg's taking advantage so far, as there's a called strike 1 to Edwards, the catcher. As we mentioned, how he's done on the defensive side, but also doing some good things on the offensive side as well. Hitting a few home runs, maybe a little bit more power than you typically expect from a sophomore. And Edwards hitting 343s. He hits this one hard on the ground towards short, and that's underneath the glove of Cam Gill and into left field. We'll see if they rule that officially a hit, but I believe it will have a shot to be the first hit of the game for Martinsburg.
Yeah, he'll probably get the benefit of the doubt there because, he was going to the hole. He just kind of dropped down on his knee, didn't come up with it, but Musselman just not fielding the ball at the moment, as they've already have registered 3 errors. The one on the ground ball to short, the chopper to second, and the ball that got away from the second baseman on the double steal, or the shortstop on the double steal. So 3 errors in the first inning. So
that is going to be ruled a hit for Edwards. So there's a called strike 1 here to Jameer Brown, batting in the 8th spot. He continues to do well on both ends. We have a courtesy runner, I believe. We have Jackson Steen down there running. And the pitch to Brown is fouled away. hit well, but foul. Jameer playing first base again here tonight, back in the lineup after getting last night off due to it being senior night. So he's fresh. He's ready to go.
He's fresh.
Should be, at least, right?
Yeah, he's fresh.
Pitch here is inside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That pitch was headed right for C.L. Baker's head. He had to kind of move out of the way as McClintock was a little late getting the glove up there. Threw him off a bit.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, 2 on. The next pitch to Brown hit well into right field, and that will get down for a base hit. Jameer Brown will, Martinsburg's caught in a base running mistake. Musselman chasing them around. Chancey throws it home. McClintock now on the rundown with him and Rubenthal. Rubenthal will be out of the baseline and out. But Martinsburg scores 3. And Musselman scores 1 here in the first. We head to the second. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 1 minute.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth? I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers. The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different. We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why. The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve. Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
Carter Myers Automotive is celebrating 100 years at CMA's Chevy of Martinsburg. Join our celebration by donating canned goods to help us feed 100 local families a day and get some of the best deals of the year. Right now during Chevy truck season, get a new 2024 Silverado 1500 with 2.9% financing, or get up to $11,000 off MSRP, or get up to $5,500 off MSRP on a new 2024 Equinox. Together, let's drive at CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Here? I'm not sure. We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. It's Martinsburg 3, Musselman 1 here as we head to the second inning. Our top half of the second brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. A nice place to do business. Levy will lead things off here for Musselman Tripp as some errors hurting the Applemen in that first inning. And Levy, though, will send it into left field, and unable to make the play is Robinson as it's underneath his glove. Levy is rounding second, and he'll stay put. So another well-hit ball. Parker Robinson charging in and couldn't quite get to it out there in left. And Musselman has the leadoff runner in scoring position.
Yeah, tough play for Parker getting a start out there, getting a read on it. It looked like the ball was going to stay up, and he was going to make a play, but it had a little top spin, dropped down on it, and he wasn't able to stay in front of it there as it got away. So probably a single with an error, but it'll probably be a game-changer double.
I'll bring Henchman to the plate.
So Musselman hits the baseball, if they just get a couple of clean innings and, continue to chip away, they could probably, as we get another base hit.
Sends this one into right field. Levy will stay put there in third as he nearly ran through the stop sign from Coach Hartman and retreats back to the bag. And Musselman has runners on the corners here with nobody out. And Nate White coming to the plate.
Yeah, 4 of Musselman's 7 batters have got base hits, 3 doubles. So, they are not going to go away here. First and third, see what Musselman opts to do with nobody out.
White will show bunt, then pull the bat back, and it's a called strike 1 here on White, the right fielder.
First and third bunt, hard to defend. First baseman's holding, third baseman's up, but gives a big...
White lays down the bunt. DeLauder charges in, makes the play, tosses it underhand to Edwards, who gets the tag down for the out. It's a good play defensively by Martinsburg as DeLauder plays it well off the. Edwards gets in perfect positioning to make the tag trip.
Yeah, it was a bunt. If he gets up the line, they got a shot, but he got it, just not far enough away from the pitcher, and DeLauder comes in barehanded, underhands it to Edwards, who applies the tag and the bang-bang play. But, not Musselman trying what Martinsburg did, just putting the ball in play. So, going to see some baseball here tonight. Guys are going to play the game.
First pitch here to Isaac Gilbert is a called strike one. Kyle Lohr on deck. Musselman would love to get to Lohr. Martinsburg in their Hospice teal uniforms here tonight, and the pitch a little bit high for a ball.
Yeah, lane around the zone. Just missed there.
Musselman in the green and red pinstripe uniforms with the gray pants. Applemen were in white across the chest, and the pitch here called a strike that time. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Gilbert with 1 down and 2 on for the Applemen. It's White down there at first and Hinchman down there at second. The next pitch on 1-2 is slapped foul off the netting down the first base line. So the count remained 1-2.
Nice pitch placement there by DeLauder. That ball was on the outer half. Just great job by Gilbert just to fight it off.
Next pitch to Gilbert. Curveball froze him for strike 3. And the second out of the inning.
That's a nice pitch there by DeLauder as he froze Gilbert after going out with those fastballs. Then he threw a curveball at him, and that broke in and over the plate for strike 3. He froze him.
Lohr hit a leadoff double his first time around. You get to him here with 2 outs, and Lohr will take that one for a called strike on another breaking ball from DeLauder. Lohr a tough batter to face in this situation, especially coming off of the hit earlier. The next pitch to Lohr, big swing and a miss, strike 2. So he's got him off a little bit here, Tripp, and with runners in scoring position, we'll see what Lane goes to here.
Yeah, I think he went curveball first pitch, sort of a change-up away, that pitch, and he was out in front of it, so hasn't thrown him a fastball yet.
And the 0-2 just misses outside for a ball. Similar spot to that first pitch, but maybe a little bit low, 1-2 count.
I think he went back to the change-up there, or whatever that all-speed pitch was.
Let's see what he does here on 1-2. With 2 on, the next pitch from DeLauder popped up. In play for Braden Oviedo, and Oviedo makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So Musselman threatens, but Martinsburg holds them scoreless. We head to the bottom of the second. It's Bulldogs 3, Applemen 1. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Spring is that perfect time for your outside oasis. RAI Properties has been in business for over 20 years. They do fences, patios, decks, and more. They'll even help you with HOA management, making it easy on you when it comes to dues, collections, violations, and those pesky monthly reports. Call them and schedule a visit today at 304-995-9764 or visit www.raiproperties.com.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
To P.O. Faulkner Park, our score, it is Martinsburg 3, Musselman 1 here as we head to the bottom of the second inning, brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Dylan Bishop, our on-site producer. Back in the studio is Colin McLaughlin. It'll be Parker Robinson to lead things off as Robinson, Everhart, Boober due up here in the bottom of the second inning for the Bulldogs. Kind of interesting in that first inning, Martinsburg was taking advantage of a lot of Musselman's mistakes, but then a base running error ends the inning after Jameer Brown had a well-hit single that could have scored a run possibly, but looked like maybe Rupenthal, I believe it was, might have slipped coming around third, and then Steen was still coming hard from second into third, so that caused the run down to end the inning. as the first pitch to Robinson is outside for a ball. Next one hits the zone for strike one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike here on Parker. The senior leading things off here in the 9-hole spot as he'll slap this one foul and down the line, and unable to make a play with his henchman out there and left.
There's a long inning there for Chansey, then was able to get down and get a little bit of a rest and catch his breath there as Musselman didn't go quietly in the top of the second, although they didn't
score. They threatened, but
they didn't score. Yeah, I was just kind of looking to see. It looked like
as Robinson takes this one low for a ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And next pitch here from Connor Chansey is low and outside for ball 3. It's a full count on Parker Robinson, trying to lead off this inning with a leadoff walk and get Martinsburg some momentum. And Parker has pretty good speed out there on the base pass if he's able to get on, and he will take it for the 4th ball as it's low. And Robinson's on here for a leadoff walk. It was a 1-out walk for Carson Buber. They got things going last half inning, and now Keegan Everhart will come to the plate, and a lot of options here, Trip, with Keegan coming to the plate and a runner on.
Yeah, a lot of options here. He can drag bunt, he can sack bunt, he can bunt for a hit. He can do a lot of things here. He can pull the ball down. With the third base drawed in, he can pull the ball. He has good back control, so good spot for
Everhart. Will rally down the bunt, but it will head foul. Yeah, Martinsburg definitely in a good situation here for a runner on and top of the order up. Of course, Buber in that on-deck circle, drawing a walk and stealing a base last time. See what they go with here with Keegan.
Hey, bunted that ball foul. That's something the coach just drives coaches crazy when you just, you get the sack bunt and you bunt it foul. You just want the guy to get the ball down and move the runner over. With Carson Buber on deck, Martinsburg wants to score every inning. Is what they try to do, and to do that, you got to move runners and steal bases and get the bunt in play.
Throw over, not in time. Myers down there at first, playing first, I should say, and Robinson on the bases takes a small lead off the bag. And Everhart this time gets a perfect bunt down, charging in as Levy fields it with the bare hand, and the throw to first, just barely getting the speedy Everhart up the line. So the sacrifice for Everhart advances the runner, but close play there at first.
Yeah, it was a pressure bunt there. It was perfectly laid down and kept it flat on the ground. Levy did a great job of barehanding it coming up throw, and could have went either way. If he calls him safe there, you're going to get some reaction from the Musselman crowd as you hold him out, and got reaction from the Martinsburg crowd. So it was a bang play, that's for sure.
I'll bring Buber to the plate, and Buber takes that one low and outside for ball 1. Carson, again, he walked his first time, stole a base, has a runner in scoring position here for the Bulldogs with Parker Robinson standing out there on second base. Chansey checks him and now delivers to Buber, who hits it hard but caught, and it will be a double play to end the inning. Caught by the second baseman, Gilbert, who flips the Gill, and that's one of those tough ones for Buber. He hit it hard on the line, looked like it was easily going to fall in there in right field and possibly score Parker Robinson, but instead it ends in a double play to end the inning. We head to the third. Our score remains Martinsburg 3, Musselman 1. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Well, but it's we lost our overflow.
Right.
Good thing we got some parking out back too.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Our score, Martinsburg 3, Musselman 1. Here as we head to the top half of the third inning, brought to you by the Dutch Miller Automotive Group, home of friends and family pricing. And the first pitch here is a called strike one to Cam Gill. It'll be Gill, Boyles, Myers due up here, Trip, for the Applemen, who have hit the ball hard. They've put the guys on base, they put the pressure on, but only one run to show for it. And Martinsburg has not really hit the ball too much, but they have the 3 runs. So kind of the funny things about baseball.
Yeah, Musselman, they hit the baseball. I mean, they're very similar to Hedgesville. They're hard outs. You know, they go up, they swing the back, they attack. You know, their approach is to swing early and attack and try to hit their way on. They will take walks, but they are generally very similar to Hedgesville in a way where they'll take hacks at it and they'll take their strikeouts, but they will certainly, when they get hot, they can really do some damage.
1-2 and a swing and a miss. Strike 3 here for Cam Gill. Lean to water now with 3 strikeouts on the night. I'll bring Taryn Boyles to the plate, who had a RBI double last time.
Boyles is certainly, like we talked about about a tough out. A really tough out, and he's
going to hit this one on the ground towards short. Buber with an incredible play and gets the out.
Beautiful play by Buber there. That was what's the word that it should be? It should be a word, and we use it so much. Jeter-esque. They should put that in the dictionary, shouldn't they?
Well, they say Derek Jeter, if you look at the metrics, Trip wasn't good at defense.
Well, yeah, I know, but he would make some plays.
Yeah, no, for sure.
He made the hard plays. How about that?
Yeah, no.
Maybe that's what it was. Makes all the hard plays. Made them look easy, too.
I'm not in the Derek Jeter overrated camp, so I don't really believe that one, even though I am an Oriole fan.
Yeah.
This one hit hard by Jason Meyer deep to center field, but it will stay in P.O. Faulkner Park for the final out of the inning, as making the play out there, Keegan Everhart on the warning track for the final out of the inning. So it ends up being a quick top half of the third. We head to the bottom half of Martinsburg coming back to the plate. They lead 3-1. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Bottom half of the third inning between Martinsburg and Musselman, brought to you by the team at Century 21 Monorail Results. If you're looking for home in the tri-state, they have you covered. It's 3-1. Bulldogs on top of the Applemen. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Dylan Bishop, our on-site producer. And back in the studio is Colin McLaughlin. Martinsburg coming up here. It's the 3-4-5 due up here, Trip. Oviedo, Alter, Reisenweber.
Yeah, it's been a tale of, Martinsburg. I think the hardest ball they've hit, the ball was lined into a double play by Buber, but Musselman has put the bat on the ball pretty hard a few times, and I thought Jason Myers might have gotten all of that last one. Just got it dead center to 370 mark, come up about 4 foot short, but Martinsburg is hitting it.
Crushes this one, but foul down that left field line.
Martinsburg starting to figure out Connor, who's on, like I say, short rest, and pregame he wasn't feeling all that well. I think he got a little bug going on there, but he's out there gutting it out, giving it all he's got, and
the 0-1 just misses low for ball one.
2 innings into it, he's giving his team a chance to win. And so, hats off to him.
The 1-1 pitch, low for ball 2.
Martinsburg, who you thought might be the team that come in a little tight, has played pretty loose here so far, even though they haven't stacked up the hits. But you hear the dugout's been very vocal throughout this game.
The 2-1 pitch is a called strike 2, which isn't necessarily common for Martinsburg this season.
No, they're just starting that up. I mean, it's fun to see it and hear it. Musselman's a very vocal team. Hedgesville gets pretty vocal at times. And
2-2 misses inside to Oviedo for ball 3.
You see Chancey know he had a shot there. He just didn't get enough to grip on that and to break it down as it stayed up.
If you look at just the earned run category, it should be a 1-0 lead for Musselman based off of that, but that's obviously not the entire part of the game, as Oviedo takes this one low for ball 4, and he'll draw the walk. So leadoff runner on here for Martinsburg as Christian Alter comes to the plate. He had an RBI his last time up on an error.
Martinsburg, they run, they bunt. You have to defend the whole field and with them. And
Alter shows bunt, throw back behind Oviedo. He's safe. Pretty close play there. Not a bad throw from McClintock.
Yeah, great job by McClintock. Well scored in the game. It was a bunt through there. He actually pulled it back, but Oviedo skipped out and off the bag a little bit. And a great job as when you bunt through the baseball that you're taught to back pick, and he did it.
Alter again shows bunt. This time Oviedo gets back quickly as Alter pulls it back as well. 2-0 count. So
Martinsburg not willing to give up that out. Get caught stealing. They're going to force Musselman to probably field a ball and throw someone out, and it's just something that they do. They're just
Alter this time swinging away on 2-0 and takes it for a called strike.
Yeah, pitch on the outer half. Zone expanded, maybe a ball there, but high school zone, and results in a 2-1 count.
2-1 count, runner on first and Oviedo, and Chancey steps off and readjusts here. Two balls and a strike, nobody out. And the next pitch to Alter is a called strike 2. Christian Alter in that 4 spot.
Ball's tough to hit out there. They're going to have to get up on the plate and defend that outer half. If Chancey can hook up with umpire C.L. Baker here on that pitch on the outer half, expand it just a little bit, then Marker's going to take it, and he'll give it.
The 2-2 is low and outside for ball 3. A full count here on Christian Alter. No outs here in the inning, and a runner on first base in Oviedo.
And sort of like Oviedo, he went for his strikeout curveball, but it just wasn't competitive, and that's why he's not able to get these guys. Your curveball, your strikeout pitch, or your 2-strike pitch, when you're up in the count, has to be a competitive pitch that forces a batter to take a hack at it. In worst cases, you get soft contact or a foul ball. What you don't want is, a ball that's not competitive and they don't even, take a hack at. Or
55 pitches so far for Chancey. Oviedo takes off on 3-2, and it's fouled away. So it's going to probably come down to the Musselman bullpen here tonight, and we'll see who they're able to turn to.
Getting loose yet. I did hear that Myers was going to throw a bullpen, but that doesn't necessarily I think that probably rules him out as someone who will come in and throw. But Musselman had a big weekend, over the
3-2
weekend.
pitch again here. Alter sends it into left center. Chasing after it is Lohr. He dives in and he makes the catch out there in left center field. Oviedo will retreat to first and slides back in safely. But an excellent play by Lohr. He's now slow to get up there in left center, holding at that shoulder.
His arm is hurt. He is really suffering out there on his throwing arm as he reached back and give it all he had to get the first. And
appears to be able to shake it off, at least for now. But what a play by Lohr out there in left center on a ball that looked like it was going to fall in and possibly be extra bases. Kyle Lohr takes it away, one of the best defensive players in the EPAC.
Oh, that was the ESPN top 10 play. He almost pulled off a double play because, you had Ovi who was standing on second base when he makes that catch.
Eisenweber swings through that pitch, but Oviedo will take off and take second as it gets away from the catcher, McClintock.
Still see Lohr out there shaking that arm around, so whatever happened on that throw is still bothering him a bit.
Obviously, you hope Kyle Lohr all right out there in center field. Eisenweber will take this one low for a ball. He's your leadoff hitter, he's your center fielder, and he just made a big play. One of the few plays that have been made on the Musselman side when it seemed like they really needed one, and Lohr able to get there.
If that ball gets down, Martinsburg's sitting pretty probably with men on.
Well, Eisenweber crushes this one to deep right field. That's over the head of Nate White and falls in off the wall. Oviedo will score from second, and Ben Eisenweber's in with an RBI double here with one out here in the third.
Yeah, that ball was hit pretty well. One of the harder hit balls of the night as well, as Martinsburg starting to square the ball up a little bit against Chansey as his pitch count climbs here. And Eisenweber has been showing some opposite field power this year a little bit and using all the field, which is one of the reasons why his average is up. And that ball's on the outer half. He just went with it. It was a great pitch by Chansey. It's just not much you can do when the hitters go with it and go with it with power.
Yeah, you saw Eisenweber have that opposite field home run here at home as Rubenthal sends this one up the middle. That will most likely score Eisenweber. Big throw from Lohr home, not in time, and Rubenthal advances the second on the throw. It's an RBI single for him.
Musselman doesn't the ball got through the hole there, but it does appear that Lohr's arm is okay.
He made a good throw.
He did, but he's still kind of holding it like he got a stinger or something there, so maybe but he did come up and made a good throw. There's not much they could do about it. The ball was hit, C&I single up through the middle and didn't have a lot of velocity on it and give Eisenweber plenty of time to score there, get around the bases.
So it's 5-1 Bulldogs here in the bottom half of the third inning, and Braden Edwards coming to the plate, the catcher. Homered against Musselman last time and has a single, or I should say homered in their last game, has a single earlier in this one.
That home run was of the 4 RBI kind, too.
It's true. It was a grand slam in that win over the Applemen. Runner on second here, and Edwards gets a little bit behind this one, sends a chopper toward first. Some issues from the Musselman defense, and they're going to rule that one out. But it looked like Edwards had beat it by about a step, sliding in and Gilbert on the bag. But I thought looked like Edwards had it there, Trip, from my angle.
Yeah, Edwards definitely beat that play. You had the Dave Boyd out in the C position. He's going to get a better look. He's going to get an appeal here. See if you can C.L. Baker. He's going to ask C.L. Baker for a little help, and they're going to call him out. The call was missed, unfortunately, for Edwards. Just a tough call for the umpires as he wasn't quite in the right position. He wasn't in the position for that tough position for him to be in to make that call. Let me get myself clear here. You thought maybe the appeal from C.L. Baker may have helped out Martinsburg, but he had the runner going to third as well. So, it's definitely just a missed call.
2 outs here in the inning and a breaking ball. The miss is high for ball one. So At the very least, Edwards does advance the runner. But obviously, if you're Martinsburg, you would have liked to have had runners on the corners and just one out here for Jameer Brown. But Brown has hit well, and he hits this one up the middle. Going to be a tough play. Gill gets to it and makes the play for the final out of the inning. But the Bulldogs add 2. It's now 5-1. Martinsburg over Musselman. We head to the top of the 4th when we come back. Applemen trying to get back into it a little bit. It's 5-1 Bulldogs. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years. We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents. We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are. Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit SkinnerWins.com. We'll treat you like family.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
Welcome you back here. Top of the 4th inning between Martinsburg and Musselman here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Our top of the 4th is brought to you by the Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. Reliable coverage since 1877. Call 304-263-0809 for a quote today or visit fmiwv.com. Top of the 4th inning here. Tripp has Lane DeWater staying out there on the mound, and so far Lane's been good. 4 hits given up. Has been able to get out some innings. The good defense being played behind him as well has definitely been helpful. As DeWater delivers this pitch and hits the zone for strike 1. It'll be McClintock to lead things off. McClintock, Levy, Hinchman due up for the Applemen. The pitch here to McClintock is taken low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Lane's been, his defense has been good behind him. I mean, certainly has certainly given up a couple of hard hit balls, but Martinsburg be able to limit the damage in each inning, and so
5-1 Martinsburg lead. Here's a chopper hit back to DeWater, but it was hit off of the leg of McClintock. So dead ball there, no play to be made, and just a long strike here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. DeWater steps back on the rubber. Everybody readjusts and waits on 2-2. The next pitch from Lane, a little bit outside for ball 3. Full count now on McClintock. DeWater over 40 pitches so far, so pretty good stuff. And McClintock rips this one into center field, but Everhart is there for the out.
Right at Everhart, again, a ball that was hit pretty well, similar to the Myers ball that got out there. Balls, they've hit the ball well, but right at Martinsburg. I mean, if the game were to end right now, I think you'd hear Josh Hartman say we just, hit the ball hard and just couldn't get it to fall, and Martinsburg took advantage of our mistakes. But still only half of the game here, 4 of the 7 innings left to play here, so plenty of a game and plenty of chance for Musselman to try and figure out Lane DeWater and find some gaps out there, and certainly Martinsburg's probably going to get, like you said, into Musselman's bullpen, so see what happens as Lane delivers a nice curveball there for strike 1.
Yep, 0-1 count here on Levy, who had one of those hard hit balls earlier, and Levy will pop this one fouling out of play, but he had that double that fell in. Parker Robinson charging in, couldn't quite make a play on it, and then it rolled to the wall.
Washington is down 6-3, top of the 5th to Jameswood, but they do have 2 runners on with nobody out.
So chance there as there's a 0-2 foul straight back. So 2 count, 1 down. And Martinsburg on top by 4, 5-1. Last time was a 16-2 victory for the Bulldogs over the Applemen. Here's a pitch that misses outside for a ball in what was a wild game over at Musselman in Inwood. Here tonight, it's been kind of two different stories with the early offense from Musselman, but there's a called strike 3 looking. DeWater has his 4th strikeout.
A little different look this time as he comes back third. DeWater does seem to get stronger as the game goes on, as he gets through that first inning, get through the lineup once, and then then he starts mixing in other pitches, and at that point things makes it a little tougher on those hitters to square them up.
Hinchman will take this one for a called strike 1. Or I'm sorry, for missing for ball 1, I should say. He also had a hit this last time, a single back in that second inning as his back-to-back hits for Musselman. Looked like they were going to rally around to score, but then a bunt from White hit back to DeWater, and he makes the play and throws home for the out. Hinchman now pops this one up and out of play. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 down here on him. And Lane DeWater looking for another quick inning. He had a 3 up, 3 down, back of the third. Did see 5 batters there in the second. Pitch from DeWater, hit hard into right field. Coming over to make the play is Christian Alter for the final out of the inning. So 1-2-3 goes Musselman once again. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Our score, Martinsburg 5, Musselman 1. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR TV 10. We're back in 60.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at FordofHagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Our score, Martinsburg 5, Musselman 1. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Dylan Bishop, our on-site producer, back in the studio. Kyle McLaughlin, 5-1. Bulldogs on top of the Applemen here as we head to the bottom of the 4th, brought to you by Mother Strucker's Crab Shack. Located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup, as Parker Robinson will lead things off for the Bulldogs. It's Robinson, Everhart, Buber due up for Martinsburg here. Again, the bottom half of the 4th. Robinson walked his first time back in that second inning when he led off the second. And they're expecting a bunt here as both corner infielders up on the grass, part of the turf. As it's all turf, but it would be the green grass represented, I guess you could say.
Up on the grass, how about that?
This one missing outside for a ball.
A beautifully sculpted striped grass.
Yeah. 2-0 count here. It's all natural. This one's low for ball 3. .3-0 count. Robinson looking to draw another walk. Chancey so far, it's been kind of an up and down start for him. The next pitch on 3-0 is in the zone for strike 1. The next pitch. Low for a ball, and Parker Robinson's on with the walk.
Parker Robinson doing his job at the bottom there, getting on base, turning this lineup over, giving it back to the top of the order. So, that's really all you can ask for there. So, a great job by them. And one thing Martinsburg is not doing is striking out, and that's when you don't strike out, that forces the other team to make a play. And when you make a play like that, when you force the other team to make a play, then there's chances for, errors or. Once again, Keegan Everhart lays down a bunt, and it was a pressure bunt, and nothing that Connor Chancey could do there as it got almost all the way to first base before he could make a play. It was going to be a tough play, so Martinsburg on base with a base hit bunt there by Keegan Everhart.
So 2 on and nobody out for Carson Buber, who had that line out back in the second, which was a great play from Gilbert coming over to his right to make the play and rob the Bulldogs and double play it to end the inning. And Chancey will step off, look the runner's back. But, yeah, Martinsburg now threatening after the walk and single to begin the inning. Already a 5-1 Martinsburg lead. Buber shows bunt, and he can't get it down. Runners head back.
Martinsburg will bunt every player on the team, and that's what makes them tough. They don't strike out a lot. They move runners. They score every inning, if possible with whoever, however, and that's just something that gives their pitchers can hold the other teams down to, below 2 or 3 runs.
Buber again. Von Seer goes foul, so 0-2.
I think it was.
The runners should have to.
I don't think it was foul. I think he just missed it.
Oh, okay. Well,
no foul there.
The way it rolled almost looked like a foul ball, but I guess it might have hit the turf a little bit weird, and that made that play a live ball, and both runners advanced for Martinsburg. So even though he didn't get the bunt down, he still kind of did the job of the bunt. Put 2 guys in scoring position.
He got it. Yes, that's probably what Coach Bowler said. Hey, put that behind you. Let's move on, and forget about that. And
you could argue it's a better situation now for Martinsburg, even though it's an 0-2 count. You get Buber with 2 on. And in scoring position, he doesn't have to bunt now. 1-2 count.
That's
the aggressive base running working out for Martinsburg there. Next pitch to Buber. Swing and a miss, strike 3, drop third, and they'll tag him for the first out. Now bring Oviedo to the plate.
So Buber moves the runners over unconventionally, and for Oviedo is up.
Number 24, graded
Oviedo reaching on an error and a walk so far today, and he's got 2 in scoring position. And the next pitch to Oviedo is lined into center field, or over towards second, I should say. And coming over to make the catch is Gilbert on a high fly ball. So.
Yeah, so you had men on first or second and third with nobody out, and you had Carson Buber and Braden Oviedo up, and you figure in a few pitches you would be out. You're down with 2 outs with men on second and third. That's a pretty good job there of minimizing the damage up to this point for Connor Chancey,
Yeah, he's pitched a lot of big innings over the years for Musselman, so the senior definitely doing what he's supposed to do. As there's a called strike 1 on a questionable pitch to Christian Alter. Runners in scoring position for the Bulldogs. They take their leads, and the next pitch to Alter, big swing and a miss, strike 2. So if you get out of this, that'd be pretty crazy to see, even though it was an 0-2 count on Buber, still to have that with nobody out, and those 2 guys at the plate, 2 of the best hitters in the EPAC, and now Alter's another kind of underrated hitter, as good as he's been, and he swings and misses for strike 3. It's a drop third. McClintock throws to first in time for the final out of the inning. So Connor Chancey and Musselman gets out of it, despite the Bulldogs threatening. And we head to the 5th inning. Our score, Martinsburg 5, Musselman 1. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60 seconds.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We're accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
Carter Myers Automotive is celebrating 100 years at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg. Join our celebration by donating canned goods to help us feed 100 local families a day and get some of the best deals of the year. Right now, get up to $2,500 off MSRP on a new 2024 Camry. Or check out a new 2024 Tundra and get up to $4,700 off MSRP. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit us online at CMA's-ToyotaofMartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Our score, Martinsburg 5, Musselman 1 here as we head to the 5th inning. And it's
Connor
White.
Chancey recording his 2 strikeouts there. It was huge last inning, but bring White to the plate.
Yeah, huge. His first 2 strikeouts of the game. Martinsburg had 2 on, nobody out, an 0-2 count on Carson Buber, but 2 in scoring position as well as White sends one toward third. Oviedo plays it toughly and makes the play as it hit off his glove into his chest, and he still made the play to third to first in time for the out. So White grounds out quickly to begin the inning. 5-3.
Yeah, Oviedo took the short hop, and he makes incredible plays over there. He knew he had to charge it, knew there was speed, and he just, he couldn't wait back on that hop. Had to come up, take the short hop to come up off his heel into his gut, and then makes a big strong throw across the diamond.
So Gilbert will foul off that one. Gilbert struck out looking his first time back in the 2nd inning. So since that first inning, Lane DeLauder has continued to get better and better as the game's gone on. He's now had back-to-back 3 up, 3 down innings. And he gets ahead here of Gilbert 0-2 with 1 down. Next pitch from the tall right-hander is slapped towards second. Fielded well by Reisenweber, and he makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. So looking for back-to-back-to-back 3 up, 3 down innings for Lane DeLauder, but it will be tough as Kyle Lohr will come to the plate. Lohr a double so far and a fly out.
Yeah, he's a tough out, Martinsburg knew coming in that he's one of the guys that ignites this offense, and you can't groove the ball on him. He'll do what he did in the first inning after that 3-2 count where he waited on his pitch, and just a really tough out in this lineup for anybody, any pitcher.
There's a call on strike 1 there on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. I thought Lane did a good job of throwing a lot of off-speed and change-ups, curveballs to keep Lohr off his game as he hits this one hard towards second. Reisenweber bobbles it initially, but still makes the play to get the speedy Lohr at first, and it's another 3 up, 3 down inning for Lane DeLauder as it's 3 groundouts here in the 5th. We head to the bottom half. Our score remains Martinsburg 5, Musselman 1. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We head to the 5th. It is Martinsburg 5, Musselman 1. Nick Verzley alongside me, Trip Tobin. Dylan Bishop, our on-site producer. Back in the studio is Kyle McLaughlin. I'm sorry, our bottom half of the fifth inning. We already had the top of the fifth. Our top of the fifth is brought to you by L.A. Roberts Jewelers, committed to excellence in quality design and craftsmanship, located at 146 North Queen Street in Martinsburg. Our bottom of the fifth is brought to you by the Wagner Law Firm, West Virginia's premier DUI defense attorney. Visit WestVirginiaDUILawyers.com. The pitch here to Ben Reisenweber is cracked out into center field for a base hit. So Reisenweber with the leadoff single here as Martinsburg's 5-6-7 due up here in the inning.
See what Martinsburg opts to do. They got him on. See if they're going to try to get him on and get him over and get him in, or if they're going to swing away here as we get into the fifth inning and going to try to add some insurance by swinging away, or if they're going to play some Martinsburg baseball and bunt and run. And let's just see what they're going to do here as you got Rupenthal up on the plate here.
Well, Reisenweber's going to take off. Rupenthal does run down the bunt. Chancey's throw to first is in time for the out. So kind of a hit and run in some ways, but a sacrifice ultimately. And advance the runner to second there for Reisenweber. I'll bring Edwards to the plate. He is 1 for 2. You definitely argue that he should be 2 for 2, but play that looked like Edwards had beat it by at least a step down the line ends up being called a ground out, and runner in scoring position here for Edwards, who this pitch gets away from the catcher McClintock. Reisenweber will take third. So first pitch misses low for ball 1, and with 1 out here in the inning, Chancey and the Applemen in another tough situation here. Tripp and Martinsburg, while they haven't had necessarily a ton of hard hit balls or anything like that, they just continued to put pressure on and find ways to advance runners.
Yeah, we've seen Musselman up on that green part of the turf all night long trying to cut off runs. So Martinsburg continually putting runners on.
Edwards hits it hard toward first. Great play by Myers, who will step on the bag for the second out.
Tremendous play by Myers. That ball was hit really well. And, the right-hander dropped that glove down on the hop, makes the play, looks at the runner, and then walks it back. So huge play there. Martinsburg has an easy, single and a 5-run lead.
Yeah, 3 early errors for Musselman, but since then they've turned it around defensively, and there's also been some plays that just haven't really gone Martinsburg's way as well, and Musselman has made some good plays as well on the defensive side. You had the Lore diving catch in center. You had the good play on the line drive by Gilbert, leading to a double play as Jameer Brown has a 1-0 count. Brown had one earlier that was hit hard back in that first inning, and it should have probably scored some runs, with some base running mistakes from Martinsburg cost them opportunities there, and Brown will foul this one away. It was a big first inning for Martinsburg. 3 runs coming across, 2 in the third, but 0 in the fourth and 0 in the second so far, and so far 0 here in the fifth, with a runner on third and Ben Reisenweber and 2 down.
Yeah, once again, Chancey is he's an out away from, leaving runners in scoring position, which is something Martinsburg does not like to do and doesn't do a lot of. They usually, last night we've seen them with 9 runs with 2 outs. 9 of their 11 runs were scored with 2 outs, so they rarely leave base runners on.
1-1 count. Misses low and outside for ball 2 to Brown. 2 balls and a strike with 2 down.
Chauncey doing a great job out there battling again on short start there, day 4 of his start. So, he's giving it all he has. He got, like you said, give up those 3 runs in the first inning off of some errors and free bases.
This one low to Brown for ball 3. He gets ahead 3-1. So Martinsburg looking to at least extend the inning.
Here's a situation where he's got to be really careful, not throw nothing right down the middle. First base is open. Number 9 hitters on deck, and if you want to kind of keep this game close, you can't really go with a 3-1 down the middle. You just got to nibble here. Looks like they're going to.
3-1 is low for ball 4, so Brown walks.
And not a terrible
Parker
thing.
Robinson to the plate.
Not a totally terrible thing. I mean, he goes here, he steals, you probably let him go, and then you just trust that your starter can get out there, number 9 guy, and inserted into the lineup late. And not to say that it's just baseball, 101. Parker Robinson could easily, get a base hit and score those 2 runs and nix that plan, but just probably how it gets played.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been an easy out tonight as he's gone on with 2 walks, but he sends a ground ball towards second. Gilbert makes the play in time, despite the speedy Robinson's hustle down the first base line. It's the final out of the inning. And so Martinsburg gets the runner to third, but can't get the run in. We head to the 6th. Bulldogs still up 5-1. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back in 60 seconds.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's twin girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We'll be back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Our score 5-1. Martinsburg leading Musselman here as we head to the 6th inning. Trip Applemen running out of opportunities. It's they're the top of the order here. Gill in the 2 spot. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up. And Gill, Boyles, Myers, but definitely feels like now would be a good time to get the offense going. Down 4, so you don't need all 4 here, but you still are possibly in a 1-swing ball game if you're able to get some runners on. So it's not completely out of it, even though it kind of feels like Martinsburg has established some domination with the recent pitching from DeLauter.
And DeLauter is just heating up. I mean, he's just getting more and more confident and stronger. He's throwing the ball harder. He's just a guy that gets stronger. Martinsburg gets in the lead here. Early in the year, he got some no decisions. He get no run support. He got some no decisions early, give up some early runs in the first inning, similar to tonight, and then didn't get run support behind it. Ended up with some no decisions. Now he's got his confidence up. He's throwing the ball hard. He's going to make it tough for Musselman.
1-1 count here. There's a called strike 2. Gill so far, a ground out in the first, a strikeout in the third. One of the 4 Lane DeLauter strikeouts on the night. 1-2 count. The next pitch from Lane just hit off the end of the bat and foul and toward the Musselman dugout.
So it's a tale of 2 pitchers here as Lane has had plenty of rest. He's getting stronger as he goes. We got Chancey on short rest, and he's just fighting his way through every inning and doing a great job of keeping Martinsburg from scoring. As we see another foul ball there by Cameron Gill on a fastball, but he has 2 times now left runners in scoring position in Martinsburg, in a situation where very few pitchers were able to keep Martinsburg off the board. This particular game without could have easily gone upside down in the 4th with men on first and second, nobody out, and here comes Buber, Oviedo, and Alter, but he got out of that jam and give his team a chance.
1-2, chop toward Oviedo at third, and he makes a strong throw to first in time for the first out. So Cam Gill grounding out to the third baseman, Braden Oviedo. Oviedo's made a few good plays down there at third. Taryn Boyles coming to the plate. He had the RBI double back in the first to give Musselman the early lead, but they haven't done much since. The ground out in the third for Boyles as well. And he's hitting here with 1 out in the inning. The next pitch from Lane DeLauter, a called strike 1 on Taryn Boyles. Boyles DHing here tonight. He's played some outfield as well throughout the season, but getting the DH spot. And the 0-1 is lifted out toward left center field. Running back and trying to get to it is Robinson, and Parker makes the catch. Another well-hit ball by Musselman, where they send it close to that warning track out in the outfield, but P.O. Faulkner Park has held it so far, and you had a few out toward center, and that one out toward left center trip.
the ball's hit well, just off the end of the bat. I mean, it's not a big park here. It is conducive to some home runs. Just, Musselman has just come up just short of a couple big flies tonight, but DeLauder continues to set Musselman down after that inning. It's just been an unbelievable outing so far for Lane. Like I say, it just continues to get stronger here as Musselman gets down to their final four outs here. Jason Myers coming up with 2 outs with nobody on, and Musselman hasn't had Lane in the stretch since the second inning.
1-1 count here on Myers, who had one of those well-hit balls. Is this one taken for a called strike 2? He sent one to deep center field, but center field the toughest part to hit one out here of P.O. Faulkner. 370 out there in center. The 1-2 count, low for ball 2. DeLauder evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Myers has struck out and flown out throughout the game. He digs in here on 2-2 with 2 outs and a 5-1 Martinsburg lead. Nobody on. The next pitch from DeLauder. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Lane DeLauder with his 5th strikeout. The second on Jason Myers. And we head to the bottom half of the 6th. Martinsburg looking for some insurance runs. Their score is 5-1 Bulldogs. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60 seconds.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, where accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Our score, Martinsburg 5, Musselman 1. Coming to the plate here is Keegan Everhart. Everhart on the day. Fly out, sacrifice, and a single. He's leading off the 6th inning. Here, Trip, you mentioned it to me as we were heading into the break. Lane DeLauder, 15 straight that he's put down on the Musselman side, and obviously that's made it tough for the Applemen to really get anything going against him. And now Martinsburg looking for some insurance runs here, but you'll most likely see Lane for the 7th. As our bottom of the 6th inning is brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Our top of the 6th was brought to you by Parsons Ford, 1400 Shepherdstown Road, and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons. The pitch here to Everhart is a chopper hit toward third. Levy throws in time for the out.
Yeah, back to the stats. That's 15 in a row. It started. Musselman had a couple doubles in the first inning, scored a run there and got the lead. In the second inning, they led off the inning with a double and a single, and then had men on second and third. They attempted a kind of a safety squeeze bunt, and the young man was thrown out at the plate on the squeeze. And since then, 15 straight has been retired. So the bunt and the play at the plate started that string of 15 straight. So since the second inning, with first 2 men reached after that, no one has been on base for Lane DeLauder.
This one popped up into center field. Charging in is Kyle Lohr to make the play for the second out, and Buber goes down with the flyout. So 2 down here in the 6th, bottom of the 6th inning, and Oviedo coming to the plate. And overall, Connor Chansey, you look back on the game and you say, well, there's 5 runs up on the board, but he's pitched really well, Trip, so it hasn't really been all on him.
No, he's given his team an opportunity to win. I mean, he's been out there and he's fought through some adversity. 5 2/3, 5 hits, 5 runs, but only 2 were earned. 6 the 2 strikeouts, but the 6 walks and the 3 errors have been Musselman's undoing up to this point. So that's 9 free bases that Musselman give up on walks and errors, and then when you add in the 4 hits, the 5 hits of Martinsburg, and then their ability to run and move runners, they'll generate runs if you give them that many free bases.
Oviedo on a 2-1 count at the plate with 2 down. Chansey again, time called. He operates a little bit slowly, which I think has kind of thrown off the Martinsburg batters. They've called time several times throughout the game, but Chansey up to 95 pitches. DeLauder at 72. There's a called strike number 2. So we'll most likely see Lane again, I would think. But if you don't, it would probably be the guy at the plate, Oviedo, but I don't know any reason why you take DeLauder out at this point. But that's a 1, misses low for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Should Musselman, be unable to make the comeback and Connor Chansey go the distance, what he did do is give him a quality start and, ability to see pitching for the weekend. All their guys will be fresh.
3-2 breaking ball, fouled away. Yeah, that's the thing. Musselman has had some tough ones this year, but after a long weekend, you obviously want a guy to at least go out there and give you a chance, and Chansey has done that. As the 3-2 pitch to Oviedo, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that may be his last batter that he sees, and he ends it well with a strikeout. 3 strikeouts on the night for Chansey as we head to the 7th. Martinsburg looking to close things out. It will be Lane DeLauder on the mound for the Bulldogs. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Top of the 7th inning, brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to Ford of Hagerstown.com. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Dylan Bishop, our on-site producer, back in the studio. Colin McLaughlin. Trip as we head here to the 7th. Lane DeLauder having an excellent performance, only 72 pitches so far.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball really, really well here tonight. Allowed 4 hits all in the first 2 innings. 1 run, 1 earned, 5 strikeouts, and once again he's has no free bases. That's just huge. Gives his team a chance to catch the ball, and doesn't give free bases. And when the team plays behind him and gives him some run support, he gets stronger and stronger as the game goes on. And Musselman has a tall task ahead of him as he's feeling pretty good right now. Down 4 runs with 3 outs to go.
McClintock takes that one for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's the 5-6-7 due up, which has done some of the most damage. 2 hits between these 3 batters. And what's been overall, though, a quiet night. 2 balls and a strike here on McClintock as he gets ahead. The lefty facing off against DeLauder. The next pitch on 2-1 is a little bit high and outside there for ball 3. So 3-1 count. Levy due up. And the 3-1 from DeLauder misses outside for ball 4, the first walk of the night for Lake.
First base runner since the 2nd inning.
That's true. It's been tough going for the Applemen, but
Looks like
Levy coming here to the plate.
McClintock will run for himself here, the catcher.
He'll throw over. Yeah, I mean, not guaranteed that you'll have to catch again, so might as well keep that speed out there. I think if you're Musselman is the thought process here. Pitch to Levy, high for ball one. Double and a strikeout for him so far. 1-0 count. DeLauder takes a breath. Now it's fouled back. Martinsburg going for the EPAC regular season title. As
ground ball here would be big to the shortstop for Lane DeLauder. Martinsburg's looking to get something, some production out of Levy like they did in the first inning.
1-1, a big swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike two.
Nice job there, changing speeds as he had him out front of that, and
And the 1-2 pitch from DeLauder, hit on the ground towards short. Buber flips the second. Throw from Reisenweber. Not quite in time. Great hustle down the line. So the fielder's choice.
That's a tough turn as Buber was in front of the bag. Anytime you get in front of the bag, you could just either go to first or just take the out at second. But Ben did a great job of taking that ball. Well, Buber throwing back across his body to Ben right on time, and Ben making a play. It was just unbelievable play there. Martinsburg almost turned a very, very tough double play.
Well, for a second trip, you saw the future of the double play to Buber. But not quite. One out here. This one lined into center field. That will fall in for a base hit as Everhart decided to back off of it there and let it drop in. So runners on first and second, and the first hit now since that second inning for Musselman. So a single here, and Hinchman was the last one to get a hit, actually. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, he's probably just playing it safe out there. Didn't want to give up a ball to the fence and a run and a triple, so he opted just to get after it, leave it drop and make the play there, the safe play. Everhart did. It looked like he had a beat on it and had an opportunity. Of course, he's 350 feet from us. We can't really see, but just opting to not come in and try to make a diving or a shoe top catch there and let it get by him, and then give Musselman a tremendous amount of momentum. So as much as everybody would like to say come in and make that catch at that point in the game, it's probably the play is just to limit the damage to a single and give Lane a chance to get the 8 and 9 hitters here.
And Everhart hasn't played a whole lot of center either, so he may not be as comfortable with that part of the field as he has been in left a lot of the season when he's been out in the outfield. Grove has pretty much played that spot all season. So 0-1 count, 1 out, 2 on, and the next pitch low and outside for ball 1. So White here at the plate, he's grounded out twice. His bunt that was then thrown out by DeLauder to home began that big streak of putouts for the Bulldog pitcher, and time called. DeLauder comes to the plate anyway, with the time coming a little bit late. White, the right fielder, earned the 22, batting from the right side with 2 on and 1 down on a 1-1 count. The next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2, big swing from White. Isaac Gilbert in the on-deck circle. Musselman would love to get it back to the top of the order, and Kyle Lord. Both runners take their leads. The pitch from DeLauder on the black, and a called strike 3.
Beautiful pitch there, curveball. Started in and broke away. Regardless unless you're going to stay way back on that, let it get deep and hit it over the right fielder's head or into the right field, you're not getting much contact on that pitch. And, DeLauder down to, Musselman down to their last out. And Isaac Gilbert needs to desperately turn this lineup over into Kyle Lohr's hands. And certainly Lane is looking at an opportunity here to try to get the number 9 guy and finish this game. He's got him early on a strikeout looking and a ground out to second base. So anything but a free base here, and it gives their team a chance to win.
1-0 with 2 down. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Isaac Gilbert. He struck out looking and grounded out so far in the game. 2 down in the inning. Runners on first and second for the Applemen, who trail it 5-1. The next pitch from DeLauder. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Big at bat here, bigger than anybody really thinks with Kyle Laura standing on deck. If if Isaac Gilbert reaches, you can put the tying run at the plate, and Kyle Laura has, tremendous ability and is a big game player.
DeLauder checks the runner. The 1-2 pitch from Lane. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Martinsburg is your regular season EPAC champions as they beat Musselman here tonight 5-1. The Bulldogs win the regular season in the conference and lock up the number 1 seed for the sectional and regional tournament trip.
Well, no, they locked it up because it's voted on.
Right, voted on. Yeah. Should lock it up.
Possibly. I mean, we've seen how that works, and we've debated that to the point where, it's a whole half an hour show. But regardless, they are the EPAC champs. They'll get that. That doesn't necessarily get them to number 1. But regardless, of great outing. Martinsburg has to feel really good about themselves as Lane DeLauder has a tremendous outing there, and they've got that pitching depth with those guys, with the Boober and Lane and Alter, and they've got guys all the way down to Jameer Brown, who hasn't even been able to, not enough innings to go around as these guys are going complete games. But after Musselman, Musselman come out swinging the bat, and Connor Chansey wiggled off the hook there a few times when he got in trouble there late in the game and kept his team close. So Musselman. Connor was on a little bit of a short rest, not feeling the greatest, give his team a chance to win, but he just, couldn't match up, what Lane DeLauder's performance tonight, and Lane just come out, dominated. The defense changed it down a little bit. Martinsburg played a clean game, didn't give a lot of free bases. The free bases beat Musselman tonight, and Martinsburg's ability to capitalize on those free bases. And they didn't get a tremendous amount of hits, but they were on base every inning, and they had Musselman up on that grass every inning. And Lane, rolled off that 16 in a row, I believe 15 in a row after that play at the plate. And then the last out's always hard to get. I don't care who you are. And Lane wanted to go out there and certainly have the clean 7th inning and, give up the walk and then the base hit. But after that, he got a little timeout from Kurt and just Coach Kurt Zarnecki, and went out there and just blew away the 8-9 hitter. So just hats off to Lane. He's got to be another player of the game back-to-back, I believe.
Yeah, looks like it. So good game for the Bulldogs. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the post-game show. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
From breathtaking outdoors to unique local eats, world-class geocaching, and thriving local culture, Martinsburg, Berkeley County, West Virginia is where you can live your adventure. Berkeley County offers fantastic outdoor experiences, from our rugged hiking paths to scenic nature paths, public parks, fishing streams, and nature preserves. Cap off your outdoor adventures with a stroll through historic downtown Martinsburg. Join us and immerse yourself in our rich local history and scenic surroundings. Check out upcoming events and plan your adventure at travelwv.com.
Mother Shuckers. Fresh Florida stone crab straight from the boat to your throat. Blue crabs, king, snow, Dungeness, all available year-round. Try and find that anywhere else around here. Homemade soup specials every day. Mother Shuckers is located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Mother Shuckers, we have an opinion. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. Come on over.
Spring is that perfect time for your outside oasis. RAI Properties has been in business for over 20 years. They do fences, patios, decks, and more. They'll even help you with HOA management, making it easy on you when it comes to dues, collections, violations, and those pesky monthly reports. Call them and schedule a visit today at 304-995-9764 or visit www.raiproperties.com. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
We welcome you in here to the Palace Lounge post-game show, brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. A full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Trip Tobin is down with our player of the game, Lane DeLauder. Player of the game is brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. And once Trip gets into position, we'll go ahead and send it down to him with Lane, back-to-back player of the game for Lane DeLauder. And Trip, whenever you're ready, go ahead.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
Can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at FordofHagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com. Life is evolving.
Apologize for those technical difficulties. For some reason our equipment here isn't working, but unfortunately unable to hear from Coach Aaron Byler and Lane DeLauder. But Martinsburg in the EPAC regular season title. And we'll get into our post-game show stuff here. Our game summary brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. And once again, your final score here tonight, Martinsburg getting the win 5-1 over Musselman. They're now 23-2. They win the EPAC regular season. And on those 5 runs, Bulldogs do it on 5 hits, no errors. Musselman 1 run, 5 hits, 3 errors. Again, that was your game summary. Now get into your game stats, brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. Martinsburg with 2 hits from Ben Reisenroeber with 2 RBIs, 1 hit from Owen Rupenthal, 1 RBI, Edwards 1 hit, Brown 1 hit, and that was it for the Bulldogs. Lane DeLauder, 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. And then for Musselman, Kyle Lohr 1 hit, Taryn Boyles 1 hit, 2 hits from Hinchman, 1 hit from Levy, and that was it for Musselman. 6 innings for Connor Chansey, 5 hits, 5 runs, 2 earned, 6 walks, 3 strikeouts. And the Bulldogs win the EPAC regular season. They improved to 23-2, and that does it here for us, as we are off tomorrow, but back on Friday with EPAC softball action, as Washington takes on Jefferson in a big EPAC softball matchup. But for Dylan Bishop, our on-site producer, Colin McLaughlin back in the studio, Trip Tobin, our color analyst, that does it here for us tonight. Once again, your final score, Martinsburg 5, Musselman 1. It's West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. Thank you for joining us.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford, Rocks, the Heffley Motor Company, the Wagner Law Firm, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, the Skinner Law Firm, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, Orsini's, Carter Myers Automotive, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Mother Shuckers, L.A. Roberts Jewelers, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, and the Mansion Freddie Law Firm.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talk radio WRNR.com. All rights reserved.